Hi, my name is Jim, and I've got a cat, and if your cat is anything like mine, your cat likes to shite. And my cat enjoys shiting as much as he can. Sometimes it just almost seems like to piss me off. But anyway, I found a litter box system that I love to use, and it's so much better than anything I've ever used before. The only thing that I've ever seen that I think would work better is one of those ones that's automatic where it's, you plug into the wall and it spins but this thing is awesome and for a few reasons. Number one, it's very easy to clean. Number two, there is virtually no smell. Number three, since you can see it's encapsulated, it's hooded, there's virtually no mess. Gives your cat a little privacy. Cats get skittish when they, in the wild, if you can imagine, when a cat has to do their business, or any animal, especially mammals for that matter, when they have to do their business, that's when they're vulnerable, right, to being attacked by other animals. I can't imagine being a wild animal and saying, hey, there's a animal taking a shite, let's go eat him. But it happens out there in the wild. So this system is what I went with, and it's so easy to clean and virtually, really, honestly, truly, guys, virtually no smell whatsoever. Now, the first thing you do to clean it is that the hood pops back on it, as you can see. And then you're going to take one of these, you can use a few different types of bags. These grocery bags work great. The other thing that you can use is grab, those bags at the grocery store that you put your fruit in. Maybe borrow a couple extra when you're in there. But anyway, put your hand down in there. These ones have no holes in them. Sometimes the grocery bags, if you're not careful with them, they get holes in the bottom, yeah? So if you're bagging your groceries, maybe just be a little extra careful and don't, make sure that there's no holes popped in the bottom of them. And they usually don't care if you double bag, and, that's how you get these collected. And, don't tell me you don't have a whole closet full of those. Lastly, there's ones like this that you can buy that come off, and they're scented. Like this one's lavender scented. Quite lovely. Let's just use the ones from the fruit. What you're going to do is put your hand in there, and this is the gross part, but just pick the shite out. Now, the thing about it is that, for reasons I'll tell you in a minute, unless your cat just doo-dooed within the last 5 minutes, these are all going to be dry, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But once you've grabbed them all out, just turn the bag inside out, okay, and set it down right in front of the box, because there's one more step, a couple more steps. They give you a little shovel, and then what you want to do is you want to give this a mix. And the reason why is because down in the bottom of this, the very bottom has slots in it. And what you're using here is you're using a wood pellet. And it's compressed, and it's about maybe a ½ inch long, by a ¼ inch round. And as the cat uses it and urinates, whatever else, they break down into sawdust, which I'll show you in a minute. But then the sawdust falls through those slats, and I'll show you where they go in a minute. If there's any, stray pieces of shite you didn't get, throw it in the bag, but usually you get them all. Anyway, give this a stir, And now that I've done so, all of the sawdust part of, you know, these pellets that are broken down have fallen through those slats. Okay? So I'm going to leave that open just to show you what to do in a minute. So down in the bottom here there's a drawer. And when you pull open that drawer, there's all that sawdust that has been broken down. So what you do is you take your bag and you take the whole thing and you put it into the bag. Empty it. And as you can see, there's like a little liner in there. And that's like a diaper. Because when your cat pee-pees, it pee-pees on this stuff turns into sawdust, but the liquid urine falls through and lands into that diaper, which I'll show you in a minute. I know I keep saying that. And we're almost done already. So this part is done. And you can compress the air out of it. You can use the green ties, but you typically have enough room just to use your fingers to tie a knot, go like that, and throw it away. Now, after you've done that, what you want to grab is a new pad. These pads are cheap. I think for 100 of them I paid $10 or something like that. Throw it in the bottom of this drawer. It's got a nice lavender smell to it. It's not overpowering. It's not, my dad is real nose sensitive. I mean, he lives 30 miles away and he's probably complaining that I'm changing my cat's litter box. But anyway, this smells like lavender. And so you're going to take that, insert it into the drawer. Now, I still have, you can see in there, I still have plenty of litter in the bottom of that box. However, if you didn't, this is what to use. It's called feline pine. And I'm on a system where it's cheap because I have a double bag of it delivered like every 3 months. And that's all you need. It might even be 6 months. I can't remember. But anyway, when you know how I screwed the shite out? Only about a handful of those pellets came out. These are clean. I mean, this is just sawdust that's been compressed. So you maybe throw another couple handfuls in there, and that's all you need. I mean, literally, that was probably 3/4 to maybe a cup. Give that a little stir. Optionally, a little Arm & Hammer. You can use this, which is made for litter boxes. You can also use the stuff that's made for carpet. Or you can just use the regular Arm & Hammer baking soda. Put that in there. My cat doesn't mind it at all. This stuff has a little bit of a fresh scent to it. Close that, and we're donesy. Now, what I do is, once you seal this, there's no smell to this. I'm having a hard time getting left and right, but what I do is I have one of these old Tidy Cats buckets, and this thing is filled with these. There's no smell in there. That's how tightly they seal. But I just throw that in there. Now this one's ready to get emptied, so I'll empty it out. But that's it. This is such a cool little system. They're available on, of course, really anywhere. On Amazon. Trying to find. I have another one in here. The only thing that I wasn't prepared with was the brand name. But it's the system. What is that called? The something system. Oh, the Tidy Cat system. That's what it's called, the Tidy Cat system. And I have another one here. I don't use it because I only have one cat now. My other cat passed, bit by a spider down here in Arizona. But that's it. So give that a try. See what you think. These people are awesome. When I bought this, they wrote me a letter like a month later, 2 months later, and said, "How do you like the litter box that we sent you? Is it working okay? Are there any complaints? Did you want to send it back if there's problems?" I'm like, "No, litter box is great. Everything's cool. I mean, the cat goes poop in there. I clean the poop out of there, and everything seems to be running fine." But anyway, give that one a try, especially if you're in an area where, like, if you have to have your cat box in your laundry room, I don't think I could ever do that. I have to have a laundry room that when you walk in there, it smells like Downy or Tide or fresh laundry detergent. I had a big family as a kid, and our washer and dryer was in the basement. And then when I bought my first house, again, laundry was in the basement. I've never had an area where, I had a nice smelling laundry room, and I just wanted that in this house. So I have this actually in a third bedroom in a brand spanking new home. And all I do when I'm done, I took the screen off the windows. I have my garbage cans outside, so I throw my garbage right in my garbage can, and I am donesy. But look, yeah, this is just a third bedroom. I exercise in here, cat boxes in here, keep some tools in here, but I was not going to have a litter box in a brand spanking new laundry room that, I paid a couple grand for the equipment for. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll answer them. And I appreciate your time. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic week.